Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing more information regarding Ninjago Dragons Rising, the history of the Wolf Clan, the Forbidden Five, Garmadon using Shatterspin, all of that was addressed by issue number 2 of the Shatterspin comic. As of right now, I do have a full-on review for issue number 2 up on the channel. Feel free to check that out, and also be sure to check out issue number 2 of Shatterspin. It is out now officially. I bought my copy digitally on Amazon, but there are other ways to acquire the Shatterspin issues if you do not wish to purchase from Amazon. But regardless, for today's video, we are going to be diving into a lot of the secrets proposed by this issue of Shatterspin, because this issue drops a lot of new information, a lot of new history, and a lot of important context for Dragons Rising as a series. Remember, this comic is canon. All of this does apply to Dragons Rising, the show, and without further ado, let's dive into it here. Okay, so here we have issue number 2 of Shatterspin, or at least my actual file of it that I downloaded from Amazon. Like I said, would recommend checking out this comic officially, as we are not going to be going through the entire comic here, but I do want to highlight some important things and some new lore established from Shatterspin issue number 2. So I think we will start with Garmadon and his Shatterspin, because yes, Garmadon does Shatterspin in this issue. As you can see, following the previous issue, he is still in possession of the Mallet of Shattering, and he has opened the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo, all of that good stuff. But Garmadon here actually does perform Shatterspin. Right here, he starts to perform it. Now, as you can see here, himself and all of the new characters are trapped in this cave. Suddenly, he feels something talking to him. Your style is predicted on speed and grace, but to be effective, you need distance and space. It does not suit you, and it will not help you here. Garmadon's like, who said that? The other characters are like, he's talking to himself, he's crazy. But then Garmadon goes into this stage right here, where the Shatterspin actually kicks in. You can see all of the eyes of the Wolf Clan behind Garmadon, and following the instructions of this mysterious force, Garmadon is indeed able to activate Shatterspin here. This is Shatterspin. Now, I did mention in my review for Shatterspin issue 2 that Garmadon's Shatterspin is a little bit different from what we are used to. Obviously, this Shatterspin is blue. Traditionally, it is red. We also find out a little bit more about Shatterspin in this issue that might actually explain why it's blue for Garmadon. More on that here momentarily, but this does confirm that yes, it is Shatterspin, the move of the Forbidden Five. Garmadon did perform Shatterspin here officially, again, without using a wolf mask or the gong or the mallet, any of that. Might explain why it's blue. After our main characters escape the Lycan King, we actually are introduced to this character, Mama Mawa, I think is how you pronounce that. Could be wrong. Again, this is a book, not not a show or a movie, so we're not actually hearing the names of these characters, but they do run into this character, and she provides some really important context for the Forbidden Five and Shatterspin. This is also something that I do want to talk about in detail, so let's start up here at the top. Let's see. Long ago, the Forbidden Five led the Wolf Clan into a golden age of greatness. Under their iron rule, the Wolf Clan became the greatest power in all of the wildness. And you can see some familiar faces back here. We have Noct, I believe that's Rox, some of the other characters as well. We really only know 2 of the Forbidden Five, but we do have Zarkt. His name, I think that's Zarkt, but again, personality-wise, Noct, Rox. Anyway, continuing on here, and again, these guys are now canon. The Wolf Clan members from the sets without wolf masks, they are actually canon now, thanks to Shatterspin. The source of their strength was their powerful fighting style, Shatterspin. Style requires the practitioner to harden their mind, body, and spirit into iron. Only then can every defense be an attack, and every attack a finishing blow. When a warrior had mastered the way, they were given a magical mask. This mask symbolized their complete devotion to the Forbidden Five and enhanced their already considerable strength, and with this formidable army, it appeared as if the Forbidden Five's rule of the wildness would never end. So again, more information surrounding the Wolf Clan itself and the Forbidden Five. Apparently, the low-ranking members are the ones without the mask, but once they actually get to a certain level, level they are given a wolf mask. Still, the Forbidden Five's legacy endured in the Wolf Clan long after they were gone. You see, Shatterspin and the wolf masks were just two pieces of a dangerous puzzle to the Forbidden Five's ultimate power. And here we get more information surrounding the mallet and the gong. The Forbidden Five felt no need to hide their power. They dared everyone to try and attain it. Such was their arrogance. If someone mastered the Five's way of fighting and possessed a wolf mask, the ultimate destructive power of Shatterspin was within their grasp. And if you strike the mallet and the gong while wearing a wolf mask, something happens here. It all just depends. Apparently, if you have the spark of an elemental master, you will be deemed worthy of the power of Shatterspin. The ultimate power in all the realms will be yours to command. So Garmadon here as well is an elemental master, right? So Shatterspin would work for him. Apparently Shatterspin is exclusive to elemental masters. I guess that makes sense considering that in Ninjago Dragons Rising, we've only seen elemental masters use it, like Cinder, like Noct, etc. Garmadon then mentions here, but what if you are not an elemental master and you ring the gong? What then? And here we get into this character, Lord Argus, who is probably one of the more interesting characters in the Shatterspin comic, at least in my opinion. He is also known as the Lycan King. Lord Argus was apparently extremely devoted to the Forbidden Five and kept their legacy alive even after they were banished, and we have more information here surrounding what exactly happened to him and the possible Forbidden Sixth. Interesting stuff there. But still, he could tell that their power was fading in the absence of their masters. It weighed heavily on his heart that his once proud clan's time might eventually come to an end, until one day he was approached by a stranger, this stranger being Xaden Kane, a powerful sorcerer from unknown lands. Lord Argus assumed they were another traveler searching for the secret of Shatterspin, but they were looking for something else, a possible Forbidden Sixth. Xaden Kane whispered to Lord Argus that he might very well be this person. After all, was he not the greatest of the Wolf Clan warriors and a master of the Forbidden Five's fighting style? And following this interaction, Lord Argus decides to strike the gong with the mallet, and because Lord Argus was not an elemental master, he unleashed a curse, transforming himself into this mutated wolf character known as the Lycan King that we saw from the previous issue. And with that being said, Xaden Kane took control of the Lycan King and wreaked havoc on the wildness at the cost of all of the Wolf Clan becoming stone statues, as we saw in issue number 1. But then going back to Garmadon's Shatterspin, why is it blue instead of red? Well, this could be a non-corrupted version of Shatterspin, unlike the Shatterspin that we see in Dragons Rising, which is only used thanks to the wolf masks and other characters like the Forbidden Five already being corrupted evil beings. Remember, Garmadon here is still not necessarily evil. He is becoming evil because this is during his stage of his life where he is actively being corrupted by the venom of the Great Devourer, but it's not fully complete just yet. Therefore, Garmadon's Shatterspin would still be pure, and because he does not need a wolf mask or the gong or a mallet to actually activate Shatterspin, he could very well be on the same level of strength as the Forbidden Five themselves. On the other hand, that could just be what early Shatterspin looks like. It could just be blue by default. Here we see an early Wolf Clan member, and again, these are the lower ranking members that do not have wolf masks. He is also using Shatterspin, or at least he appears to be here, using the same type of fighting moves that Garmadon was using earlier in this issue. This could very well be just what early Shatterspin looks like. Garmadon is not yet enhanced fully to his final stage because he does not have a wolf mask. He was not gifted one. Maybe that's the next level of Shatterspin. Shatterspin used with a wolf mask turns it red, ultimately bringing you to that same power level as the Forbidden Five, who could naturally just use Shatterspin without the wolf mask. I kind of feel like that is more so what's going on here. Kind of seems like that's more so what issue number 2 is trying to say. But again, things could always change later as more and more explanations are given surrounding how exactly Shatterspin works. Remember, we are only in issue number 2. I imagine we will see a lot more information in future issues. So with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Like I said, there are a lot of questions proposed here and a lot of important history. I feel like overall, Shatterspin issue 2 was was a great read, and I would fully recommend checking out the entire issue if you can. Otherwise, hopefully this video was informative surrounding what exactly the issue talked about and the amount of new history established for Dragons Rising as a series. Again, we might have more questions than answers, but I feel like Shatterspin overall, when it's all said and done, will be a very, very informative series. So with that being said, feel free to leave all of your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.